Sugar bill?
No, thanks, just black.
Okay, one. Frank, give me a pan right, will you? Yep. Yep, fine. Fine, Frank. Now, when she starts to go, hold her all the way down like that, okay?
How much time do I have?
29 minutes, 32.
Yes, you better get up there, Bill.
Just a sec.
Sound. Bill's on his way up now. You'll get your level in about 5 minutes, okay?
Right, mate.
3, 4, 5, and 6. Big, interesting faces, right? Well, we've got to cut in some reaction stuff, so see what you can pick up.
Oh, no, not again.
What's up, Bill? Yeah, 4, I like that.
Max, we've got to stop the launching.
We've got to what? What are you talking about?
We've got to stop the launching. They're here.
Yeah, look, all right, Bill, you've had your little joke. Now, please, come
I'm
and
not
get...
joking. No. I'm not joking, Max. Better stop it.
Bill, for heaven's sake, what's the matter with you?
Max, will you listen to me? Look. They're here. In the crowd. They're here. They're here. Mr. Bishop, you're in charge of the launching, aren't you?
I am, yes. What can I do for you?
Bill Searle, QTV.
Yes, Mr. Searle. Something wrong?
Yes, there is something wrong. You can't go on with it. You've got to call it off. There's still time.
I beg your pardon?
Look, Mr. Bishop, if you don't call off this launching, something's going to happen.
You mean to the ship?
Yes, maybe to the ship, to someone, to something. Anyway, people can get hurt, maybe killed.
Well, how do you know this, Mr. Searle?
There are people here in the crowd. People I recognize.
Troublemakers, you mean? Possible saboteurs, is that it?
Yes, well, maybe. I don't know. Look, these people, I've seen them before. And each time there's been an accident.
Oh, really, Mr. Searle? On the strength of that, you expect me to cancel the launching? You must excuse me. I'm busy.
You've got to listen to me. You've got to understand. Now, the reason these people were at those other accidents is because they knew something was going to happen.
You mean they were responsible for them in some way?
No, I don't mean that at all. What I'm trying to say is that somehow these watchers know in advance that something is going to happen. And they're always there to witness them. And they know now, today, that something is going to happen here at the shipyard.
Mr. Searle, you can't expect me to call off the launching because of some kind of premonition.
This isn't a premonition. Believe me, something is going to happen. Will you listen to me and do something?
Mr. Searle, I really haven't time.
Then will you let me talk to your managing director?
I'll do no such thing. In any case, you'll find him a lot less tolerant than I've been. Mr. Searle, I suggest you go home.
All right. I'll find him myself.
No, you won't. Reynolds! Escort this man out of the yard, and under no circumstances is he to be allowed to return.
Come on.
Was it like the other times?
Yes, Ruth. Just like the other times. Those same faces.
Every one of them. What time's the news, anyway?
1:30. You really do think something's happened to the shipyard, don't you?
Yes, I'm sure of it. It could have been stopped. I'm sure of it. You know, that fool Bishop had me thrown out of the shipyard. He wouldn't even listen. Wouldn't even listen. Nobody would listen. They all looked at me like I was out of my mind or something.
Think, Bill, think. Look, it just is incredible that you could have seen these same people. What is it now? 4 different places, miles apart. Each time there's always a disaster or tragedy. Oh, Bill, it isn't possible. Well, it isn't.
Sounds, but that's the way it happened. Now, will you believe me?
Bill. These people are left over from your illness.
Illness. Mm-hmm. Illness. Don't you mean my breakdown? My breakdown? When they dragged me off into the hospital and they dried me out? Nobody else is going to let me forget that. I don't see why you should.
I love you.
Bill, look. I understood about the breakdown. I understood about the illness. Oh, but please, Bill, please see a psychiatrist now, for my sake.
We've just lost each other these last few months. We don't get through to each other anymore. It's this fixation of yours, Bill. It's with us all the time.
We interrupt this program to bring you a news flash. First reports have just been received of an accident at the launching this afternoon of the SSC Princess, the largest cargo vessel ever built in a British shipyard. According to eyewitness accounts, a section of the cradle collapsed as the vessel was moving down the slipway. 8 people are known to have been killed and more than 30 seriously injured have been admitted to hospital. More news in half an hour.
You saw them, didn't you? On the monitors, they were there.
No, I saw a crowd, that's all. It was far too quick to pick anybody up.
Oh, come on, Max.
Look, Bill, I'm not saying that the people you've described weren't there. Who knows? But even if they were, what would it prove? It certainly would not prove that you'd ever seen them.
Then how do you explain it, Max? My knowing the accident was going to happen.
I don't know. ESP, trick of the mind, something like that.
No. It's got nothing to do with ESP. I told you, I've seen those people before. The mining disaster in Wales last year, remember? They were there. And that crash on the Grand Prix circuit when the driver and 3 spectators were killed. And about 6 months ago, when that big department store on Oxford Street burned down. Now, each time, those same people were among the crowd, and I saw them again at the shipyard.
Look, Bill, you've been working under tremendous pressure, and And when you're exhausted, the mind can play all kinds of tricks on you. Yes, well, now, you've had a couple of days off. You look fine. And you're feeling fine, right? So please, let's drop it. Let's forget it ever happened, huh?
I wish I could.
Now, you're doing this week's Focus, aren't you?
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. And they tell me that you've managed to get Frank Scarf to come onto the show.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, well, rather you than me. That's going to be a tricky interview.
Good evening, and welcome to another edition of Focus, the program which throws a spotlight on people and events in the news during the past week. With me in the studio tonight is Frank Scarf. Mr. Scarf, I did what was right. I don't have any regrets. In this world, you've got to look after number one. Now, that's what you said at the time your brother Patrick was sentenced to 15 years in prison. His appeal against that sentence was dismissed today. Do you still feel the same way?
Yes, I do. Well, newspapers, they take something you say and they twist it, you know what I mean?
Are you saying you were misquoted?
No, not exactly. I might have said those things.
In this world, you've got to look after number one?
Well, you have to, don't you? Especially in my line of business.
Exactly what is your line of business, Mr. Scarf?
Second-hand cars.
I see. Now, your brother was sent to prison for extortion and demanding money with menaces. In other words, for working the protection racket. At the time of his arrest, you were also taken in by the police and charged with the same crimes, right?
Yeah, that's right. Everyone knows that. But then they let me go.
Because of lack of evidence, according to the police. Fair enough. But what happened then? When your brother's put on trial, you turn up as chief prosecution witness. And I don't think anyone would argue with the fact that it was almost entirely as a result of your evidence that Patrick was found guilty.
It was the jury that found him guilty, not me. I was just protecting myself.
Ah, yes. Looking after number one. Tell me, Mr. Scarf, just how far are you prepared to do that?
I don't know. What do you mean?
All right, I'll put it to you in plain words. Did you and the police come to some kind of a deal whereby in return for testifying for the prosecution, the charges against you were dropped?
Now, you don't really expect me to answer that, do you?
Oh, but I do, Mr. Scarf. And I'm sure the viewers and our studio audience would be very interested in your answer.
I can give you the answer. Tell him. Go on, tell him.
What's she doing in here?
Why did you tell him?
Get her out of here.
Tell him the truth. I won't go till you tell the truth.
Put it away, no, please. No.
All right, keep calm. All right, calm down, everybody. Calm down. Keep calm.
Of course, these people exist, Mr. Sal. The question is, do they exist in reality or only in your mind? Do you mean, am I sane? That's what you're really saying, isn't it?
Sane? I've been a psychiatrist for nearly 20 years. I still don't know what that word means.
No, thank you.
How long have you been in this country, Mr. Sal?
Almost 6 years.
I see from your medical record you were involved in that train smash 2 years ago.
That's right. I was on a local train that was hit by the express.
Treated for shock and minor cuts and abrasions. As I recall, there were dozens of people killed in that smash. You were lucky, Mr. Sal.
Yes, I was lucky.
Now, when do you first remember seeing these watchers of yours?
About a year ago. At a mine disaster in South Wales.
Since then, you've seen these people again, 4 times. Each time at the scene of a tragedy.
Yes.
And it was after this you had your breakdown?
That's right.
Tell me some more about that train smash, Mr. Searle.
I can't. I don't remember anything about it.
Your conscious mind obviously wants to forget it. But the memory is still there, locked away in your subconscious. Perhaps it would be a good idea if we got it out and had a look at it.
Well, I'm afraid I don't have the key.
But I do. It's quite simple. Just an injection of sodium pentothal. Pentothal. Pentothal.
I've been here a long time. Train's not moving. Must be the signal. No, it's the fog. I couldn't use the car. I should have called Ruth.
What's that?
Another train. It's moving very fast. Very fast. It's so close. It's gonna hit! Something on my neck. Oh. There's blood on my hand. I've got to get out. I've got to get out. There are people in here. I've got to do something. Why doesn't somebody come? Yes. I hear you. I hear you. Oh. Why don't they come? Why doesn't somebody come? All right. All right, I hear you. Hold on. I'll get someone. Why don't they come? Well, I'm doing my best. All right. Why don't they come? It's awful. It's awful. I need help. My name's Bill Searle.
Yes, I know.
Haven't I seen you before?
That's not very original.
Oh, but it's true. I'd like to talk to you.
Surely you're not the type to go round picking up girls.
Well, hardly ever.
Good. Well, now you've talked to me. Goodbye.
Hey! Will you have dinner with me?
All right. My name's Marielle.
The studio. The night Frank Scott was shot. That's where I saw you.
That was awful. Terrible. I wasn't going to the show, only a friend gave me a ticket.
Did you happen to notice the people sitting in the front row with you?
No, why? Is it important?
No. No, it's not important. Thanks for having dinner with me.
It's been wonderful. I only wish I didn't have to go. I really mean that.
I know. You warned me. You've got to go to a meeting.
And be bored.
I want to see you again, Marielle.
I think I'd like that.
I know I promised Ruth, but this is important. I've been trying to get an interview with this character for months. Darling, if you haven't seen me this past week, it's because I've been working. Look. Yeah, look, I've got to go. The camera car's waiting. Right. See you later. Probably not until late, so don't wait up for me. Okay. And I love you. Okay. Look, why don't I drive you home?
No, I'd rather you left
Come
me
on,
here.
it'll only take a minute.
No, this is fine, please.
We've been seeing each other for over a week now, and I don't even know where you live. It's almost as though there's a part of your life you're leaving me out of. You're married, aren't you?
No.
But there is someone.
No, it's nothing like that. Oh, my love. I want you so much. But just be patient, please. Soon, my darling. Very soon.
Where did you see them?
At the zoo yesterday. The keeper was killed. It was in the papers.
I see. I'd like you to look at some photographs, Mr. Searle. It's not a complete set, but have a look through them just the same. Tell me if you recognize any of those people.
Yes. They're here. You found them. You see, they're here. You see, they're real.
These are your watches?
Yes.
I thought so. Mr. Searle, every one of those photographs in the pile you've just looked through is of someone who was involved in that train accident.
And you traced them. Where are they now?
They're dead, Mr. Searle. They were all killed in the wreck. You remember them now, don't you? You've experienced what we call obsessive transference. Here, drink this.
Thanks.
That train wreck was something that you deliberately blotted out of your memory, but not from your subconscious. Hence the drinking and the breakdown.
What about the watches?
Well, that was an attempt on the part of your subconscious to make you face up to the memory. Each time you were in a place where there was an accident of any kind, your subconscious projected the images of the dead you saw in the wreck onto people in the crowd.
As simple as that?
Answers are always simple, once we've found them.
Well, okay. What do I do now?
A holiday. Think you can manage to get away for a week or two?
I think so. But what about the faces, the people in the crowd? You think I'll see them again?
No, Mr. Searle. The dead are buried. They've gone. For good.
The Bailey says you've got to go away. We've got to go
Well,
away.
of course we'll go away. Where do you want to go? New York? Paris? Rome? Tootingbeck?
Somewhere quiet, away from all the crowd.
Tootingbeck.
Somewhere where we can make our own noise.
Lie on the beach all day and drink champagne. How about that? Ah, it's all gone. You know, when I was a kid, I had one ambition in life. Did I ever tell you that? Have I told you?
Retire at 30 and drink champagne lying on a beach somewhere.
Now, when did I tell you that?
Dozens of times, darling.
Here we go again. Good luck. All right, now watch it.
Oh.
Now just watch it. Oh! How about that, huh?
Wait.
There we go.
Cheers.
Good, isn't it? Hey, did I ever do my imitation of a champagne bottle for you? You know, when you open the top, and then the thing pours over, and you can put it in the glass and all, huh? Now,
I haven't laughed so much in months. Do you know that?
there hasn't been much for you to laugh about, has there?
They've gone, haven't they?
They have. All of them.
Dr. Bailey said so.
Do it properly.
What do you mean?
Ceremonially. Properly.
Well, goodbye, General. Sorry I've never got to know you properly.
Yes, do not look of him very much. We should have exercised a month ago. Do you know, darling, I've never seen these watches of yours before. Ew, what a smuggly little girl.
Yeah, she always cried when anything happened. She pretended not to look, and then she'd kind of peek through her fingers and she'd gloat, you know. Goodbye, watchers. Goodbye, y'all.
And that's
it.
That's that. Now it's just us.
How long will you be away?
A couple of weeks.
Ruth going with you?
Yes.
Oh, what about us? We'll see each other as soon as you get back, won't we?
I don't know. Maybe it's a mistake. I don't want anyone to get hurt. Not you. Not Ruth.
In a situation like this, someone's bound to get hurt. I've waited a long time for you. I want you more than I've ever wanted anything. I'm not going to let you get away from me. Never.
Is that a threat or a promise?
That's a promise, my darling. A promise. A promise.
What time is it?
Do you really want to know?
It's our last day.
So let's spend it right here. I love you, Ruth.
I know. Oh, these past 10 days, they've been marvelous, haven't they? Just like it was at the beginning.
Just like it was.
Nothing will ever come between us again, will it?
Nothing. Oh, my darling.
I still haven't told me the time.
It's almost 8.
It's early.
Hey, look.
Are we going in that?
Come on, I'll race you.
Come on, Judy. Come on, Joy. Fancy a trip?
No, thanks. I've seen the way you handle that thing. It shakes me up just a watch.
Well, that's what it's built for, isn't it? Speed. Come on, then. Whoa!
Well, come on, love. This is our speed. That's it. Be my guest.
Thank you. Oh,
Okay?
Yes.
Right. Here I come. They're off.
Is there any wine left?
We drank it all.
Well, it was just an idea. Isn't it great? Not a soul around.
You happy?
I couldn't tell you how happy.
Ruth. There's something I want to tell you. It didn't really mean anything. I know that now. And it's over.
This sounds like a confession.
In a way.
Damn fools. Still, I suppose it's their own necks.
When I was in London...
I'm going for a swim. Are you coming?
Are you out of your mind? You can get wet doing a thing like that. Marielle, what are you doing here?
I came to find you. I had to come.
You shouldn't have. I wanted to talk to you, but not here. Where are you staying?
I'm not. But I couldn't stay away. I've got to be near you.
You don't understand, Marielle. You see, these past few days I've had a chance to think, to put things in their proper perspective. And what we thought we had back there in London wasn't real. I should never have let it happen. I don't want to hurt you. But the truth is, I'm in love with Ruth. I always have been. And I always will be. Here. They don't exist.
All of you. I know you now. You're all dead. You gather like vultures, waiting for death. You are death. Go away! There's nothing for you here! Do you hear me? There's nothing for you here!
Told you gone too far, showing off.
Leave it to us now. Go on.